Hey everybody, and welcome back to movie review kind of thing. I don't know why I welcomed you back to, I guess it makes sense. Sorry, I'm a little frazzled, my brain's a little blah, 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 because we just came straight out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2, Out of the Shadows. And this is our non-spoiler video, okay? No spoilers in here, no spoilers in the comments, no spoilers. We'll have a spoiler video, you can go watch if you want to, but no spoilers here. And we're straight out of the theater, so these are just our initial impressions, how we feel right away. You know, things may change over time on rewatches or whatever, but right now, I gotta say, I fucking loved this movie. Right? I mean,
yeah.
Vast improvement over part one and the reboot. Vast improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I kind of feel like I wish this had been part one, because I have some issues with this movie, but most of those issues are because they had to still play in the same universe that was created in part one.
But I think they dealt with that reasonably well.
Yeah, I do too. I think, you know, a lot of that was just kind of shoved to the stuff to the side. They just ignored a lot of it, but, you know, only mentioned what they had to. They got the turtles even better, I think, really. The CG is way better than the first movie. You can actually, when they're standing next to humans, they look pretty real now. There's some emotion from the turtles that broke my heart, and I'm anxious to talk about that in the spoiler video. I actually totally geek cried at the end. I don't want to tell you why, because I'm like, really? Like, that made me, like, that got me? Okay, all right, cool. I mean, I can explain it in the spoilers, but I was surprised that A, that happened, and B, that I reacted the way I did.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at, are you crying?
Yeah, because I mean, it was legit crying too. I mean, it's like multiple tears streaming, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe it, but it was so fucking awesome. Action was great. Pacing was great. Yeah. I mean, it starts and it goes and it never lets up. The opening was exciting and fun and funny. Oh my god, like the first like 30, 40 minutes, like you're laughing almost nonstop too. Like it is really funny. It's not like forced comedy. It's really funny.
I was afraid we were going to be annoying the entire theater because we were just laughing our asses
Yeah,
off.
I mean, they were too, but you know, it sounded like we were laughing harder and more often, but I mean, I heard the kids and stuff laugh. It was a good crowd. They were really enjoying it. And I think it's going to be a great one for kids too, because there's kind of, not that there's a heavy-handed message, but there's a nice, you know, little bit of a message in there and something said at the end that I'm like, yeah, right on, good. I hope a lot of kids see this and take that message to heart. The recastings were great. You know, I didn't miss anybody they recast.
Who did they recast?
Recast Shredder. Pretty sure they recast.
Did they?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is a very different Shredder. I'm surprised. I figured you noticed, but
I was probably half asleep when I watched the first one.
That's true. I think this guy played a lot better. He felt more like the actual, and this is what I'll get into without spoiling anything. If you love the 80s cartoon, you need to see this movie, because this is, if you're a fan of the 80s cartoon, this is the movie you have been waiting for. Because it is clearly, they're like, all right, look, they want the 80s cartoon, we're going to give them the 80s cartoon. And again, I think that's where some of the having to step lightly around what they set up in the first one hindered that, but outside of that, they nailed it. Bebop and Rocksteady are a big part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean, they nailed Bebop and Rocksteady. Stole the show, is what she was saying on the way over. And even before they're mutants, like, I could have just kept watching that, especially Bebop.
Yeah, and the two guys have mad chemistry, so...
Mad chemistry. Lots of great, like, callbacks to the 80s toys, too. Won't spoil stuff here, we'll do that in the spoiler video, but there was some definite toy geek out for me in a lot of places. Some disappointments are Casey Jones, we'll get more into it in spoilers, is not as much of that as you might be expecting. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, Stephen Amell is just likable no matter what, so that was cool. I love what they've done with Will Arnett and where we pick up with him after the first movie. If you haven't seen the first movie, you don't really need to see the first movie to see this one, but I think there's some funny bits you're going to get more out of if you have seen it. But really, you don't really need to. You can totally follow it. You can totally start the movie here and thoroughly enjoy it. Music was good, direction was good, and they found a director that gets the Turtles, loved the 80s cartoon, and said, that's the movie I'm going to make, and they did it. Even Tyler Perry. I've never actually watched any Tyler Perry stuff, but I really enjoyed him in this. No post credits, but you know, but there is some cool art stuff going on in the credits.
Yeah. And
yeah, some cool stuff happening there. The 3D is really good. It was definitely a post conversion, because there was a couple of shots that were kind of giveaways. I mean, that's just me, my directory nerdy eye thing. It's like, oh, ooh, but only in a couple of shots. Other than that, I thought the 3D worked really well. Overall impression, recommended?
Much better than the first one. Go see it.
Yeah, definitely go see it, because they found the direction to go in, and I want a third one, so go give him that bank. All right, well, I guess other than seeing the spoiler video and the other few videos I've got for Ninja Turtles, we'll see you guys again for part 3, hopefully. But yeah, so again, no spoilers in the comments, so if you want to leave a general impression, that's fine, but let's keep the spoilers out of this video. If you want to talk spoilers, you can go to the spoiler video and we'll do that there. Other than that, give me the thumbs up of encouragement. You're enjoying what we're doing here. Subscribe if you're new so you can see all the good geeky stuff we put out every single day, and share with your friends so they can enjoy the good geeky nerdy stuff too. But until the next one, guys, we're gonna get out of here, and we will see you all later.